Alright guys, so welcome back to a new video. It is today is May 26th. So this is the day after I posted my SBD Aspire video. So just so you guys can have like an understanding of the timeline. So I'm pretty sure by the time you guys see this video, the drop would have already happened. But just a quick little shout out. You know, I'm wearing the new SBD training shorts. Are like super stretchy, and then the Off-White brand t-shirt with all of the languages from the Sheffield competitors from 2023 to 2025. Yeah, so today we have a single at 7 to 8 with 3 or 4 sets. Joe gave me the option of either doing 3 sets or 4 sets of 5 reps at RP7. So I gave myself a little bit of a break mentally this past weekend just because I wanted to just be more present with Saria's birthday weekend and just be there with my son. But now that that's out of the way, time to like recalibrate, time to refocus, time to remind myself of every single bit of effort and work that I've put into this moment and this preparation. Nothing else matters from here on out. And the reason why I'm the reason why I'm stating this is because, like, you kind of have to block out a lot of different things to stay focused and not to lose your resolve. Because if you lose your resolve, you're gonna get swept from your feet. So I'm just doing everything I can to make sure that I'm staying there. Mentally, I gotta be in Germany. I gotta be in Germany mentally, no matter what. And I just gotta keep giving it everything I got. I don't have the luxury of pulling back if I want to succeed and break my world record. Like, I gotta stay on top of it, and I gotta stay locked in. So I got my pre-workout right here. Shout out Transparent Labs, code MEGA. Their Memorial Day sale is actually still going until, okay, this video is coming out after that. But if you guys used my link during the Memorial Sale week, I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna be making the Sour Gummy Pre for these last few sessions. I am now 3 weeks out, 2 weeks of training left. So that's about 10 training sessions left. 10 training sessions left from this moment on. So just gotta keep going. But for those of you guys who are wondering, this little black thing is a windbreaker, because right now at TSS, they got 1, 2, 3, 4 fans on currently, and you guys might be able to hear the fan, but whenever the fan like blows air on top of the mic, it does distort the audio. So what I was noticing these past few sessions was my audio was getting a tiny bit distorted due to the wind that it was generating. So windbreaker should fix that, easy peasy. Let's go ahead and chug this pre and get started with today's workout. Can you truck my back truck? gonna truck my hands.
Oh, he's back in Texas. Yeah. Come on, let's do this. There you go. Take your time. Nice. Let that weight settle. There you go. There you go. It's yours. It's yours. Come on. Come on. Get up. Oh, yeah. Get up. Beautiful. Bring it in, baby. Get it in. There you go.
Good.
That was good, brother.
Good dog.
That episode was good. Whew.
That was a great
That's
start.
warm up, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, bro.
What's that, 1,010?
460? 1014?
1,014? Got some more to take too. That's it.
No, it felt a little bit faster than, it felt harder, but faster.
It's at least 500. That was beautiful.
Ooh.
How much?
Huh?
At least that was good control too. That was 1,014.
All right, guys, so that was 460 kilos. Yeah, 1,014 pounds. So I just wanted to be conservative today. I didn't want to, the original number that I had in mind was 465. So I thought about potentially going 465, but then I was just like, you know what? I don't need to get greedy. I don't need to be greedy. Just same weight or 5 keys more. That would suffice. So, but I'm not gonna lie, this one did feel heavier than my 455 last week, but it just felt so much smoother. Like, I believe that I did a way better job wedging underneath the bar. And I was able to mitigate the control. Plus, my descent was a little bit faster than last week's. I still felt like I had really good control going into the hole. I knew that once I hit past parallel, I was gonna have plenty of rocket juice in these legs to take off and get out of the atmosphere. I'm very, very happy with how that moved, especially considering how it felt. So I'm gonna hydrate a little bit. I'm gonna watch this video, and I will probably go to top set on my first set of volume, and then we're either gonna stay there or we're gonna go down, you know. So I think at this point I just need to do enough, and I'm gonna peak like a freaking ugly duckling turning into a goose. So this is, I mean, like I've moved this much weight about the same, but what keeps standing out to me is the amount of fatigue that I'm carrying and the body of work that I've put into this preparation. It's just, I have no choice but to just give God the glory, because my God, like, is a mighty God. And just the fact that I'm able to come in here and do what I do is all thanks to Him, because there are talented people who could hop on keys and still not be at this level. So for me to be at this level as a lifetime drug free athlete, and I know that's gonna get some comments, but it's like, you guys don't understand. You guys who doubt could never understand, could never fathom what it takes to get here, with help or without. And I think that's why a lot of the untested lifters, I believe, have a lot of respect for me. Is because, not all of them, I know some of those guys really run my name through the mud, but I feel like a good chunk of them respect me is because they themselves know the undertaking required to get to this level. And it's like the number one mistake that a lot of people make is, you guys put me in the same class as the 7 billion. I'm not. I am not a 1 in a 1,000 guy. I am not a 1 in a 1 million guy. I'm at the lowest end, maybe like 1 in 50 mil. On the high end, 1 in 500 million. Because I'm pretty sure that there's other guys out there who could be as strong as me naturally, but they just don't have the drive nor the faith. So they're doing other stuff. And that's just a harsh reality, you know? Like, I can think of 3 guys off the top of my head in my town alone who could have probably been freaking beasts, but they just didn't want to. They just wanted to work. They wanted to have families. They wanted to live a normal life. But it's just, that wasn't what God set before me. This is. And a lot of you guys want to hate and doubt and do all kinds of stuff, but it's like, I'm different. Pretty heavy. So I don't know if I did 4 or 5, but we might be staying here. Nah, I'm hitting that wall. Yeah, it's time to start pulling back.
You supposed to do this for 5 or no?
I stepped to 5, but I did 716, and it moved good, felt heavy, but on there I can just feel like on the way down, I just want to shift to the right, so I'm like, be smart. We've done the work. Done the work. Ooh. It's been a very long time since I know it happened 2 weeks ago and last week, but it is so important to know when to listen to your body. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm probably gonna jump down to maybe like 4 reds. I think 4 reds will be good. And then we could probably even do that like high bar beltless. Because the worst, absolute worst thing that can happen right now is get hurt. And I pushed my body to the absolute limit. And the fact that I can still hit like 460, smooth, I'm good, I'm good. I know right now, I'm good for more, so. The most important thing to do right now is stay healthy and do sub-maximal work, because we're still getting practice in. We're not just like completely stopping it, right? Oh, I forgot to remind you, let you guys know. My pecs actually feel so much better. So much better than last week. Calling it after one set was actually a really good call. I still have bench after this. I'm gonna knock out these last 2 sets of 5 with 225 on the bar, and then we'll start benching. What a journey, and to just be a few weeks away from potentially the best performance of my life. It feels great. It feels great. The key to take away from this is you have to know your body as well as you do something tangible, something that you can touch, build apart, build together. You need to be very familiar with signs of like fatigue, signs of like when you should not be pushing. And for me, I knew right after my single that I was gonna be cooked, and I knew that, you know, the 903 for 5 might not be there today, you know, and I'm completely okay with that. So top set ended up being 325, 716 for 4. I didn't hit that 5th rep, I miscounted. And now we're gonna end up dropping down all the way down to 225, which is funny because this is like a 52% drop in weight from 460, because 225 times 2 is 450, which is 10 kilos less than what I hit. So this is like a 55% drop, roughly. I mean, I'm just doing head math. So I'm going to knock these sets out. Probably not even going to record these. I mean, it's just 496. You guys just saw me do 10,014. But I guarantee you, I'm going to do 2 sets of 5 with this weight before I move on to bench. And then I'll see you guys in the bench press in 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right, guys. So warming up for bench. I did 1 red for like 10 reps, 2 reds for a double. That's going to be my first set. I'm recording that. So now we have 3 reds for 2. This will be my second set for a 2. And I'm going to just ascend into it because I feel like complete and utter dog doo-doo. But hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. It is extremely humid in San Antonio right now. So it is like incredibly important that you stay hydrated during these summers, because man, I mean, I don't think a lot of people are truly educated in the dangers of dehydration, right? Like they're just, a lot of young kids especially, you know, they're just like, oh, like they pop energy drinks like water bottles, and that's so dangerous. Like your body can handle a large amount of fatigue, like pretty comfortably, but where it gets dangerous, oh shoot, I didn't even put my my intro workout in here. But where it gets dangerous is there's a imbalance, right? Your body has a particular, we'll call it a setting called homeostasis, right? Where in essence, homeostasis is essentially like an average means of biological functions that need to be at a median to keep you functioning properly, right? That's how I'll describe it. That's just my understanding of it, right? Maybe I essentially overcomplicated the description, but that's my understanding. And in this setting, if certain markers are not like optimized, your body has different systems and functions that start to compensate. And the most important one is probably like your body's system that handles hydration. because your body can go well, this is what I heard it yesterday. Your body can go 3 days without food. I mean, 3 weeks without food, but it can only last 3 days without water. So that just lets you know how important water is. It's so important that water without 3 days, you're donezo. There's not anything left to redeem or save. You're kaput. So when you're someone who does a lot of manual labor, a lot of physical training, a lot of physical movement, and you sweat and you're in the heat, you don't want to drink too much water without an appropriate amount of sodium or hydration elements, right? Magnesium, what else? Let me see. Potassium, calcium, and that's just to name like some of the key ones, right? Those elements, those ingredients, ingredients help keep your body hydrated, because if you drink too much water, you can potentially, like, you know what? This isn't really important right now. I need to save whatever brain power I have left to put it into this bench. But just want to reiterate, stay hydrated. It's important. I don't want to see people get hurt this summer because of such a simple remind yourself to drink water. That's it. And a little bit of sodium, Gatorade, sports drink, goes a long way. All right, let's go hit this bench. Wish me luck, bro. Okay, I feel really good, but I did start to feel a little bit of like tension on the part of my pec that I don't like. So I'm gonna just stay here. And I think that I just gotta stay healthy. Just gotta stay healthy, make sure that my pauses are good, and we're gonna be honkadory. All right, guys, last set. I'm gonna just do 4 sets today. My set before this one, I didn't record that one. It actually felt a little bit better, and my positioning was a little bit better. I'm not even clasping my belt on for these sets, guys. This might be some TMI, but I'm low-key chafed right now. I was kind of chafing yesterday. I tried putting on baby powder this morning before I left for the gym, and it did okay up until right now. Like right now, it's starting to feel a little irritated. Oh, all right. Let's make this an incredibly super technical bench. Fix my grip, fix my upper back. Set it. That's how you do it, baby. Dunzo. Let's go to the outro. But anyways, I just want to give a quick recap for today's workout. Worked up to 460. Executed it a lot better than my 455. My 455 still felt stronger, but it wasn't as technically sound. It wasn't as smooth. It felt easier and lighter. And this 460 felt way harder, but it was like smooth. I think I could have doubled 455, maybe even hit for triple. I don't think I could have. I can't say I felt the same way about this 460. And then I had to pull back. I dropped down to 325. I only did 4 reps. I didn't do the 5th. I miscounted. And then I tried going up to 804. I did 1 rep, but my body just started screaming at me. I started feeling the telltale signs, like I shifted to my right, my IT band flared up, and I just knew I had to drop. So then I dropped to like 225 for my last 2 sets of 5, beltless, had my sleeves on. And then for bench, I just worked up to 3 reds for doubles, and they felt better than last week. You know, they felt better than Friday. So that is a W in itself, because at this point, when you have any kind of nagging, how do I say this, like any kind of tweak in the last few weeks of prep, you just want to do what you can as pain-free as possible, as comfortable as possible. You only want to push to a manageable level of discomfort without it becoming aggravated or worsening, right? So it's a very meticulous, precise thought process when it comes to how you're going to handle your number selection and reps and intensity these last 2 weeks, right? Since I did go lighter today on my squats, I think I am going to push leg press on Thursday, or hack squat or pendulum, just to get a little bit extra leg work. But that wraps up to the video, guys. Like I came in feeling a little wonky because I was kind of being a little sentimental, a little soft this weekend. It was Saria's birthday. I was being like a little gushy, little puppy dog with her, you know. Gave her some gifts. I wrote her a letter. I put up like a little surprise happy birthday stuff on the wall. I just a different mentality. And that honestly kind of like took me a little off the ball. You know, not in a bad way. I think today and like on my way to the gym, I was recalibrating, getting back on the horse, back on the ball. So I feel good mentally. My mentality these last 2 weeks is not the same as it was the mud block before, just because like I am starting to feel a lot of tweaks. So I have to make sure that I'm training perfectly. Like this is gonna be like some avatar airbending type stuff where I need to make sure that like my everything, like my nutrition, my sleep, my stress levels, everything is like needs to be perfectly bended for these last 3 weeks. But all right, guys, that's enough yapping. I'm tired. I'm hurting. I need to go eat. I have some steaks and hamburgers waiting for me at home. I'm upping up my protein these last few weeks, and I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.